We're here.
We're officially live.
Officially live.
Triple official.
Wow.
So,
Official.
welcome everybody to
Times
another
3.
fun-filled episode of Tucker and the Beard, brought to you by Big O Tires.
Well said.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Thank you everyone for either tuning into our live feed on Prescott E-News or checking out our videos on Facebook or YouTube or our podcast, which is available everywhere podcasts are available. Well, actually, probably not everywhere, but we'll get there.
I know.
But it's definitely available on Apple iTunes Podcast Store and the Google Play Podcast Store. So
seeing our faces everywhere.
yeah,
It's
there's a lot of cable going on here. So
like Deadpool.
oh,
Nice.
nice.
You like that?
Super segue. I dig it.
I got
That's
nothing.
why you're here. All right.
I can go now.
You can leave. Thank you.
I made my one reference.
Yeah.
We're
So,
done.
this week's episode,
I don't know, we're doing something a little
little different.
spicing
There's
it
not
up, so to
there's not a
speak.
specific movie that
No.
we're reviewing this week,
No.
but some big news came out this week.
Disney's has
Disney
had
is shaking it up.
they've had a big week, and they will continue to have a big. Well, it's Disney month. That's what I'm going to call it, because
Yeah.
they've dropped a lot of stuff, and Avengers is coming out here very shortly.
Very soon. But the biggest news, I think, at least for Disney.
Well, if I'm going to rank it a little bit differently,
Okay.
but we'll go with yours.
Well,
the
I
two
think
big
the news-
announcements.
I think the news that's going to change the game the most
Okay.
is coming in 209 days,
209 days.
44 minutes, and 33,
32,
31, 30 seconds.
Yes.
From right now, Disney Plus,
Huge news.
Disney's proprietary streaming service, will launch in the United States.
It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be huge.
All right, then.
They're going to have a massive back catalog
Yeah,
of everything Disney, which includes not just, this is not just Cinderella and Snow White.
Yeah, for
We've
everybody not in the know, Disney
Owns everything.
I'm pretty sure they own me. I just don't know it.
Yeah.
They own everything.
Yeah.
Well,
Of course, the
then
Disney standard properties. They've got Pixar, Marvel Studios.
LucasArts, just Star Wars.
Yeah.
Even
Even got a hand in
bought
National
Fox.
Geographic. They just bought Fox. They're a major. They own ABC.
Yep.
It's
Everything. Yes.
they're the juggernaut.
They are they are the juggernaut. But yes, they've already announced shows, a Star Wars show being the Mandalorian, but they've also made announcements this week for numerous
Yeah.
Marvel shows.
The one that I saw, it was Falcon and
I'm letting you hang. No.
Falcon.
I'm letting you
Don't
hang.
let me Come on,
No,
man.
it's Falcon
It's
and
been a
Winter
long
Soldier.
day. Winter Soldier, that's right. It's
But
been a long day.
Hawkeye is,
Hawkeye has his own original
and then
scheduled.
and Wanda and the Vision.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's getting, and Loki are the ones that I'm aware of that they are getting. So,
But on top of that, they have day one. This is what's been
Day one.
announced so far, as
Okay.
far as major properties. Captain Marvel, the streaming
That's
debut
huge.
of Captain Marvel will be on the day of the launch day for Disney Plus.
yeah,
Iron Man 3, Thor. Those will be
the Dark
available.
So that's Thor 2.
Thor 2. But day one, we're looking at all
The Star Wars
the
movies.
Star Wars movies.
That's
All.
That's-
of them.
yeah, it looks. It's not all of them, but it's okay.
Well, it's super. Well,
I'm gonna give it, but which ties into kind of the other news of
Yes.
this week, at least.
Yeah.
For me,
It's not that isn't big news.
right.
The new
I'm just
Star Wars movie, the
I'm
trailer
keeping
came
them-
out this week.
Yes, I have
And-
the equal level of excitement.
Of fanboyness.
I listen.
And no. I'm not picking on you. I really am not. I enjoy Star Wars, but I am not the Star Wars super fan that you are. Admittedly so.
Right. And when you say super fan, I'm not the avid, convention goer, although I would. But I'm a geek in my own right, but that's probably the beginning of my nerddom, so to speak.
And on top of that, they're going to have every Pixar movie except for Toy Story 4, which comes out in like July.
Right. Which is going to be great and depressing all at once.
You know how sometimes a movie gets announced and you go, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. That's one of them.
I was fine with Toy Story 3 being the end of it.
Right. You'd wrapped it up in the bow and
it did enough emotional damage to me. I'm good with moving on with my life after that.
Listen, Pixar is slowly and deliberately just taking chunks of my emotion.
Yeah.
And I know if I go and watch a Pixar movie, he's like, he's still got some left.
Yeah.
We got to hit him some more.
He's still 25 to 30% human being.
Yeah, it's just like, you know what? We're just gonna make him numb.
Yeah.
Love the movies. They're just depressing. They're sad.
Yeah.
With an overall arcing good storyline to it. But you're just like, oh, okay. This character still has loved ones.
Let's kill some more.
Let's kill some more.
Yeah.
I'm
afraid that Andy's going to get cancer in Toy Story 4. Like, how else are they going to throw bricks at us at this stage of the game, honestly?
No, I know. It's like,
is Andy's mom die in a car wreck? I don't know, but like, it can't be any worse than Toy Story 3, but it's going to be.
I know. It's like Toy Story 5, Children's Hospital.
Right.
But, it's just...
Well, I mean, Andy's grown up and he's gone to college, so what happens next?
Right. And it's just gut punch.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pixar.
Thanks,
Pixar.
But even in year one of Disney Plus, it's going to be ridiculous. Over 7,500 episodes of Disney properties.
There you go.
500 movies, with 100 of them being recent titles, largely
which is
comprising
huge.
of the MCU.
Yeah, it went to Ant-Man and the Wasp, Avengers Endgame, Infinity War, Black Panther, Captain America, Winter Soldier.
Endgame is going to be a launch title.
No, it's year one in the first year.
Within the first year.
Yeah. I was like, sign me up, man.
It's just ridiculous. They've got all kinds of new shows. Everything is going on, and it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
So, we thought, with this new, you remember playing video games when you were a youngster, maybe even at the arcade.
Have we met? Yes.
And you were on a hot streak playing Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate Edition at Castle Golf.
Castle Golf.
Okay, so I'm going real specific with this.
I'm right there with you.
And you're on a hot streak.
Right.
And then some snot-nosed kid comes up and drops a quarter in the machine. And you get the thing that everyone who's on a hot streak loathes and dreads.
You get demolished.
A new challenger has arrived. Right? So we figured, what better time than now to break down
the challengers.
Let's talk about the heavy hitters. Right. So, yes, we know that all of the major cable networks have their own streaming service. So, HBO, Showtime, Cinemax, Stars.
Right. It's become more of a mainstay thing. I have a Fire Stick, and it's all those things are kind of built in. You still have to subscribe to it or whatever, but HBO, Stars, Cinemax, all those things have that. But that doesn't necessarily mean you have to subscribe to all of them.
It's true.
But the heavy hitters.
There's the big three.
Right.
We've got Netflix, which is probably the champion right now.
I think it's the Tyson right now.
Yeah, that one is Mike Tyson in his prime. This is I Will Eat Your Children Mike Tyson is where Netflix is right now.
So it's pre-talking to pigeons in an alley.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not there yet.
We have Hulu.
Yes.
The scrappy underdog.
Yeah. Well, it's like the Evander Holyfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
so
we
many
have-
boxing references.
So many. But then we have what is, I think, an underrated true champion,
Which we've talked about numerous times, which is
the Amazon
Amazon
Prime
Prime.
streaming service.
yes.
Because, listen, all of these services at their base price will cost you relatively the same amount of money.
Right. Oh, roughly
year.
about
Per year.
Yeah.
But only one of them also includes free 2-day shipping on dang near everything on Amazon.
Right. You get some added benefits.
And Jack Ryan.
Let's take a minute because Jack Ryan's
Dope.
bringing it. And that's one of the ones I was
Listen,
going to
Jim.
talk about.
Jim grew up and became a badass.
Yeah. He did 13 hours, and you're like, all right, he can do this. Then he
Then
did
he did
Jack Ryan.
You're like, he was made for this.
yeah.
Comedy is beneath him.
Counting the days for season 2.
Absolutely.
But I digress. So,
Do a little compare and contrast. You decide really what is the best service or a combination of services for you. But as more and more people are cutting the cord with the cable company, there's more competition out there.
yeah,
which
I mean,
is,
I did.
in essence, a good thing
I was
if you're a capitalist.
did have a subscription to all 3.
I currently do have a subscription to all 3.
I now have 2.
Okay.
And that is just because one of them just kind of lapsed and I wasn't using it as much, which was Hulu. Nothing wrong with Hulu, and there's a lot of times I miss it.
Unique advantages of Hulu because it has one thing that the other 2 big streaming services doesn't have.
Say by the bell.
Also, the ability to watch most major network television shows the day after they air on live television.
Yes.
And that's a huge deal for a lot of people, especially cord cutters who are used to having standard cable, having those standard episodes available to them. Yeah, you get them the next day, but it's better than, a service like Netflix where you don't get anything until maybe just before the next season is going to start. So you're kind of behind.
Right. Well, and it's like, I think, the day and age that we're in, listen, when I grew up, no,
I was a young man.
Right. It was, you missed the TV show, you're out of luck.
Yep.
Also going to the fact that, I was the younger brother and I was the remote.
You didn't get, you were the remote.
I was the remote. I'd get slapped upside the noggin and be like, hey, change the channel. And so it's coming to a day and age now where you can, thinking about my kids won't know not missing a show because you can DVR it or stream it the next day.
It's true. You used to only be able to catch up on a TV show.
Marathon.
If it was a big deal show.
Right.
And every now and again, when there wasn't any sports available, a network would be like, well, I guess we'll just run a marathon of
But you
this.
but you didn't know.
No, there was no
just
guarantees
lucked
that it
out.
was going to happen.
Right.
So there's a lot of different emotions regarding that. So
Right.
now we live in a world where
But there wasn't even a pause where you like, hey, I got to go up and I got to go use the restroom. Now you can pause it, go do anything, and come back. Before it was you jumping over the couch to make it back in
wait
time.
till a commercial break
And you better go.
and go.
Yeah.
You better get in there and mean business.
Yeah.
And get out.
If you're going to make yourself something to eat, you go on the commercial break.
Yeah.
But now it's the different opportunities that are available to us nowadays.
Yeah, the world has changed.
Yeah. The world has changed.
In the words of the great Rivers Cuomo, the world has turned and left us here.
You said River. I was like, are you going to talk about River Phoenix
Not
right
River
now?
Phoenix, Rivers
like-
Cuomo.
I was like, dang.
So
it
here
got
are
dark.
So let's start with the big daddy, Netflix.
Huge.
Because one of the things that you used to be, I like NBC because they have the shows that I like, or I'm a fan of the shows that are on Fox, and that has changed again, and now we have original content coming from all of these different sources.
Right. And I was going to say, that's a show in itself to sit there and go through the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of original content.
Over 700 titles on Netflix. So if
Of
original
original
content that you can't get anywhere else
other than Netflix.
Except for I did notice you can now start buying seasons of Netflix original shows on Blu-ray at the store.
Whoa.
And I was like, wait a second. One season of Marvel's Daredevil costs you 6 months worth of a subscription to Netflix.
Exactly.
So unless you just don't know internet,
Right,
or
and
can't
it's
get
just-
internet,
Well,
there's no reason to buy this stuff because it costs you just as much.
Well, and I think one of the things as far as Netflix is concerned that I enjoy being a, father of 3 and having my wife and probably made the same for you, even more so, but is the different accounts.
Oh yeah. You have the
That
different
no
profiles.
no other streaming service that I'm aware of. I don't know if Hulu has.
Hulu does have different profiles.
As I say, I've kind of been out of the Hulu game.
Should get back into Hulu.
The Hulu game for a little bit. I enjoyed it because I was going on there. I was going back to my childhood with Hulu and being like,
Saved by the Bell.
I'm gonna watch
Full House.
Batman the animated series
How weird is it that Full House, the entire back catalog of Full House
is on Hulu.
is on Hulu.
Okay,
But
the
new seasons of Fuller House are only available on Netflix.
without Becky.
Well,
Too soon?
well, she was on for a little bit, but I think she might be taking a hiatus.
Aunt Becky, the college years.
You know what? How strange it is. The first thought that dropped through my head when she got popped for bribing officials to get her kid into college.
Allegedly,
she's not yet been convicted.
but we need to talk about Aunt Becky for a minute.
My first thoughts was, "Ooh, that's nasty," and 2, I wonder how they'll kill her off in Fuller House.
I think that they're just gonna not talk about her.
They're gonna
Like,
Becky
I
her?
just-
Do you think they'll Becky her?
The other Becky? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh! What if
Do you
they
think
got? What if they got Becky to play Becky?
It could work.
I'm in.
So yeah, what if
They're not
what if
asking
they,
me, but
yeah. But hey, if you need advice,
Becky or
we've written movies
From
in
Roseanne.
minutes. So,
which
but
is
yeah.
going to be another little content of ours.
Yeah, they that would be if they Becky Aunt Becky,
which is Becky from Roseanne replacing.
Yeah, for if you're not catching up with what we're talking about, for a couple of seasons of Roseanne, they switched up the actress who played Becky and expected us not to notice.
Just went on and then replaced her again with the original one,
and still expected us not to notice. So,
but
huge catalog of original content.
Yes,
the biggest catalog of original content for any streaming service.
Well, I think one of my favorite time wasters is not knowing what to watch on Netflix.
Yes.
And trying to shop through to see what sounds good.
Too much.
And an hour later, and you're like,
you know what I've done instead of watching something? Tried to decide what I was going to watch, and now I don't have time to watch anything.
You're right. And then it's like, well, yeah, we don't have a movie to watch now. All right. See ya.
Okay.
Anyways, but I think that they're going to take a lot of the Disney-owned properties from Netflix.
Oh, they absolutely are.
And put them over on this. I think that they've been announcing a lot of cancellations of Marvel shows.
Yep.
I'm calling it right now that those are going to all of a sudden make a comeback on Disney Plus. So, as you're getting on Netflix and signing,
Well, what I'm doing right now is I want to show...
It's not time to watch a movie right now.
But I want to... No, so what I want to do is one of the things... So Netflix starts at $8.99 a month.
$9
currently. But there have been announced increases in that price that are coming soon.
Do they still do the disc service?
They do.
Do they really?
They really do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they still did that. I was like, what else do they offer? So if you order the DVD movie,
I will say that you get standard definition programming on up to 2 screens running simultaneously for that $8.99.
Yeah.
That is not the Netflix subscription that I have. I have 4 children, and so we have the upgraded service. with the exception of Amazon Prime, which does not offer an upgraded service because you just get everything you want as often as you want, and it's great.
There you go.
I am subscribing currently to the upgraded versions of all of these services.
Because
Just full disclosure.
Because you are the beard.
Because
you got to be with the times.
Why not?
Yeah.
No, cool. And we'll get into why, especially with Hulu. This was simply, I didn't want to just watch things in standard definition. I do enjoy high definition. My eyes are bad enough as it is. I don't want to. Watching standard definition, to me, is like a person who can see properly watching high definition but they need glasses.
Okay. Listen, I once saw
I watched that comparison, but
no, but I get you.
So imagine if you needed glasses, but then you took them off,
right? And
you watch something in HD. That's what standard definition looks like,
just in reverse.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
So, so that's the juggernaut. That's the team to beat.
Oh yeah, well, and they
are the New York Yankees of streaming.
Well, now they're just leading.
Talk about controversy.
Yeah, they are now leading the game in original movies, not just series movies. We've done Bird Box, we've done Highwaymen, which was movie theater worthy.
Absolutely. Why it didn't make it to a theater, I have no idea.
Bird Box, not so much.
Yeah, but and we did. You want to talk about one that was not worth hardly even streaming? Triple Frontier.
No.
Okay, but what
go
we're
back and watch those videos if you.
But what we're seeing though now is we've got these content providers that are bringing in big names.
Yeah.
We're talking Sandra Bullock, Ben Affleck, Woody Harrelson, Kevin Costner. These are not C-list
and
actors.
the other guys of Triple Frontier that were.
Yeah, but they were already on the C-list. So maybe B, most likely
I digress.
D.
Yes. But, I mean...
We've got Martin Scorsese producing a legit
Robert
gangster
De Niro
film coming out in October for Netflix.
Yeah. Who is it?
It's got De Niro.
Hoffman.
It's got everybody.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, that's going to be
day
one streaming.
If you took the entire cast of Casino, Goodfellas, and The Godfather,
they're all in.
It's all in this movie.
And I'm sure Leonardo DiCaprio will be in there somewhere.
I hope not.
Damn.
I'm not saying he was bad. I'm just saying it's not on that caliber. So you watch your tongue.
You're like, Leonardo DiCaprio died for me in Titanic. I haven't been able to recover.
Actually, Leonardo's best performance was in What's Eating Gilbert Grape. So that's my opinion.
Same as Arnie.
But contender number 2.
Yeah, I think
Disney's going to put a dent in a lot of that content because we have a huge chunk of MCU stuff that is on, and Disney that's not original content for Netflix currently, but it is going away.
Yeah, they're going to take that and they're going to put it over on Disney Plus, which is going to make a huge dent. The other day, I just put it on like Avengers: Infinity War just because I could, but that's going to be on Disney Plus now, but. And again, Hulu, I enjoyed Hulu. I just kind of, after, a month or so of not watching it and not seeking out anything on there intentionally.
Yeah.
But I also I got deep into some Amazon Prime, which kind of segueing into that has brought amazing original series like Jack Ryan.
We've been watching the new show Hannah, which is very
I've been wanting to watch that one. Got into Marvelous Miss Maisel. Fantastic.
That one looks really good. And going back to Netflix and then bridging across to Amazon Prime, they've really put a lot of their chips into the stand-up comedy bucket as well.
Netflix, they've done a lot more specials.
Though. Amazon doing a ton of comedy specials now too.
Yeah.
And Hulu's not quite doing that, but they have shows like The Handmaid's Tale. I mean, won an Emmy
for Amazon, not
for Hulu. No, Hulu is The Handmaid's Tale, and they won an Emmy with that show.
I have not gotten into that one. That's why I was thinking it was Amazon for some reason.
So
but I think I've just seen the
we
ad.
have the upgraded version of Hulu for one reason and one reason only. I hate commercials.
And that's another thing, that day and age that we're getting into.
Yeah,
that
your basic Hulu, you can get a basic Hulu subscription for $6 a month.
Right.
And you can watch everything from the major networks the day after it airs, plus an incredible back catalog of other shows and some really great original content.
Right. But you do have the commercials, which is like one, maybe two.
No.
Are there more?
No, it's just
like
as
I'm
bad
out right
as live television almost with the ads, without the variety of ads. So for me, it was worth bumping up to the $12 a month and just getting no ads whatsoever.
Right. Just doing it.
But then there's Amazon. Because we're running short on time. But
Yeah,
Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon Prime. You got Jack Ryan, Marvelous Miss Maisel, a whole bunch of other content. Sneaky Pete
was fantastic.
But you can also rent movies.
You can rent movies.
Do that repeatedly.
And I read an article that said north of 90% of American households have an Amazon Prime subscription.
I buy it.
And this is thrown in.
Yeah. Then it's just like, hey, here you go. Also have
it's like people don't think about it as a content provider.
Yeah, and they're bringing a lot of good movies.
Is.
Bringing a lot of good movies to the game. A lot of new ones all the time that are like, oh, okay, cool. Newer movies, older movies as well. So
yeah, a great back catalog, things that you won't find on either of the other two platforms.
I don't know. But although Hulu had Major Dad. Going way into some Major Dad.
Well, and Hulu has content from what is now the Paramount Network, used to be Spike TV.
Right.
They have content from FX. They have content, again, new and live content from every major every major network except for CBS.
Right.
Because no one has that.
Right. Well, and I think that they have their own.
CBS
streaming.
has their own thing, and shame on you, CBS.
I know.
Anyway.
But it makes sense. But the big reveal after talking about all the prices is Disney Plus is starting out with a price of
$7 a month.
Day one.
Yeah.
I was like, where do I sign?
For the price of a coffee and a half.
You can have the content that we were describing.
And what will eventually be an insane catalog of content.
Yeah, all the old Disney stuff.
I know for a fact that I'll be subscribing.
Yeah, I know that as well. I'm really, really excited about it. Again, it's been a big Disney week with the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker trailer. Teaser trailer.
Yeah, teaser. But, I mean,
it's
between Star Wars and Marvel and then this big...
It's been a big
bomb. Yeah, it's been huge.
Which kind of resulted in us going, hey, we need to kind of talk about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So,
hi, Jane. I saw something.
Before we sign off, just checking the live stream, make sure we're not missing any info. We talked about CBS. They have their own specific streaming service that you have to pay extra for, even if you're a cable subscriber, which kind of irritates me. So
yeah, and one, there's not enough CBS stuff to make me kind of go to that point.
Yep.
Big Bang Theory is in syndication everywhere.
Yeah, you can watch that on TBS.
There you go.
Anyway,
so
if the question is what is the best streaming service,
I would say at this
the
point,
one that's got the one that it's the one that got the stuff that you like.
Right, exactly. You got to go through and pick and choose, because there's going to be shows on Netflix that aren't on Hulu and Amazon, and there's stuff that's on Amazon that's not going to be on Hulu and Netflix, right? And all that stuff. And Hulu's kind of, for me, the old stuff of Saved by the Bell and Major Dad. Like I said, going back, I still need to find some Johnny Quest. That's one of my life missions right there. It's not on there.
I saw some new Johnny Quest stuff on it, but it's just not the same.
Yeah. Old cartoon growing up with. Yeah. Anyways, digress.
Johnny Quest thinks we're sellouts anyway.
That's true.
Anyway.
Segue.
That's our take on it, but there's a huge stuff coming up. I think the cable companies should be worried about the competition that they're up against.
Yep. Keep an eye on it. And it's going to be big.
That's it for us. Again,
another good week.
Thanks to Big O Tires.
Yep.
And
stay tuned for more stuff.
Even more stuff. Until next time, he's Tucker.
He's Beard.
And we're out.